Hey guys, welcome to the channel. How is it going? So today in this video we are going to talk about the web novel chapter 219, and let me tell you that this story is connected to our previous videos. Make sure you watch it. Link is in the description. Now without wasting time, let's begin the video. Ruminez let out a sigh sharply as she was watching the battle unfolding in the sky. A battle of transcendent ability that exceeded even Ruminez's imagination. Of course, even if Ruminez attempted to participate in the battle, it would be suicidal. Even if she wants to complain, there's no way to voice it. And so, the battle grew more intense. Next to Ruminez is Xian, who was enthralled by the battle with intense concentration. That's natural, so Ruminez thought. After all, such battle of myths like this was something that won't happen even once in 1,000 years. One more thing, the lump of plasma of thunderstorm that was repelled by Dagruel came flying and created a crater as it directly hit the inner city area. That damn lizard. Did he intend to destroy my country once more? He really needs to pay attention to his surroundings. Ruminez thinking about such unreasonable thing. Although she fully aware that it's an impossible thing, she couldn't help but to think so. And so, in the battle between Veldora and Dagruel, they changed into close combat fight by changing to their human form. No one able to take their eyes off. The super class fight will soon approach its end. At the same time, Veldora mutters something in a small voice. Prismatic darkness was created. What is this? It spread at a terrific speed and wrapped up the surroundings. When Ruminez sensed the danger, it's already too late. Her panic increased. Ruminez's defensive barrier has no meaning. Resistance is meaningless. Ruminez thought was swallowed by the prismatic darkness. One of the 7 great nobles that served Ruminez, Archduke Gunther Strauss, who is the head, confronted a considerable threat. He was fighting against one of the executioners, Furaki Mai, who using the crescent bow. Mai's outward appearance was of a 16-years-old high school student, but her fighting power was beyond description. Gunther is a true ancestor vampire who lived since the ancient times, who is called Archduke. His ability is equaled to Carrion, who is a former demon lord. The vampire's super regeneration can't catch up due to the terrifying meteor arrows. While managing to somehow cooperate, they defended against Mai's attacks, but that's a story from a little while ago. People who receive the direct hit from the arrow become unable to regenerate. They lost the ability to continue fighting. Currently, the only one who able to move in this place was only Gunther. Ah, you're so tenacious. It would be better if you fall down quickly, you know. Shut up, you lowly human. I will dig my fangs on your neck, and suck your blood dry. Originally, he has no need to suck blood. However, right now, his eye color changed, as he perceived Mai as his prey. To his pride as an archduke, magic power runs through his whole body, transforming his body, to regain his form as the Emperor of the Night. So you said? That it would be better if I fall down quickly, and so, it didn't reach Mai. Mai acquired ultimate skill master weapon after obtaining the power of Seraphim, and so she possesses combat power of an awakened demon lord, million class. Even among the executioners, particularly sword, shield, and bow, those 3 people were the highest among all Yuki's subordinates. Arios, who mastered the bastard sword. Zero, who is an impregnable wall with his star shield, and Mai, who mastered the crescent bow. Those 3 people were an exception. With a flowing movement, she knocks her bow and shot her arrow. From a single arrow of a shot, it splits into many, becoming like meteors. Gunther ungracefully lying on the ground with both of his hands and feet pierced by arrows. You lowly human. An arrow lodged into Gunther's throat, silencing his shout. It's done without any technique. Mai's strength was too overwhelming. Well now. I need to keep it easy and slowly. I won't leave anyone who obstructs Yuki-kun alive. Mai indifferently knocks an arrow on her bow, in order to deal the final blow on Gunther. And suddenly, we'll withdraw, this place is dangerous. A gigantic figure appeared and stopped Mai's movement. Even while Mai is surprised, she's relieved as she realizes that she knew the person well. Zero, what do you mean? There's no time to explain it in detail. I felt it was dangerous. Will you understand if I say that? Only saying that much, Zero started teleportation magic formula without waiting for Mai's answer. Wait a moment. Aren't you the commander in this area? Why you? Impossible. You intend to leave behind the angels. To Mai's astonished voice, Zero didn't answer. And then return. Zero teleported, bringing Mai along forcibly. Gunther's luck is strong. he had narrowly escaped death. Immediately after that, the surroundings were swallowed by prismatic darkness. Veldora standing in the center of the prismatic darkness sphere. In front of him is Dagruel. Did you change the world with me as the seedbed? Rather than changing, the correct answer would be I return it to its origin. Because fertile paradox actually isn't an attack, I gave this land my divine protection. Using the corpses as the nourishment, I quicken the growth of nature. I restored this land where the magic disaster happened before to normal, in order to restore it to soil with good harvests. By the way, your body will be the core. It's impossible to cancel this effect after all, it's because this is a restoration ability. I aware of it. Such a cunning thing and also provoking, you know. Quaya ha ha ha. I'll accept it as a compliment. What? You don't need to worry. Your holy aura will be restored after hundreds of years at the quickest, or at the latest after 1,000 years. Your current state would be restored completely and naturally reborn. At that time, the normalization of this land might also be completed. Kukyukyuku. Did you realize the current situation of my country? The current situation where the water will be dried up in about several hundreds of years and it will become a land that impossible even for the giants to survive, right? As I expected, you have realized it. Even the true reason of why I mobilized the chain of restrained Titan army to invaded Rumina's territory. Nope. I don't know such a thing. It doesn't matter to me. I never think that the range of the effect would also include the Death Desert area. It was a miscalculation. Fufu, fuhahahaha. Even to the end you still pretending like that, heh? Very well, I will not think this is a debt, Veldora. Of course. There's no lending and borrowing between friends. Let's fight again. Oh well, I will also win next time though. Shut up, I'm not eager enough to lose to a lizard for that many times. Veldora and Dagruel laugh loudly looking at each other's faces. There wasn't any ill feeling, both of them had a fresh expression. Well now, it's about time the effect of fertile paradox spreading. So? How you procured the remaining energy? It's unlikely for my remaining energy to be enough to cover all of it. Since the angels are swarming the sky, I used them. Originally, the technique affects everyone, but I made it so it only affects the opponent with probability fluctuations. Kukyuku, convenient isn't it? There's no need to select neatly. You're an outrageous guy. No way, even my alive subordinates too. I leave them alone. If they are hostile after seeing the situation then I'll wipe them up. I see, Dagruel consented so. If it's Veldora, he might be able to do anything. However, things without a will? That means all of the structures would get destroyed. Suddenly, such worry passed inside Dagruel's mind. As for the Heaven Gate, it actually has a will. Therefore, Dagruel didn't worry about the condition of the gate, but thinking about the scope of affected area of the prismatic darkness, he confirmed this in a moment and it is clear that all of his territories will be included in the range. Well, they're all included because he understood that the purpose is to restore the land. Oh well. Structures can be rebuilt. I don't need to worry about it. Dagruel renews his feelings. But at the end, Veldora, is it okay if I ask you a request? I want to ask you to give my message to my sons and subordinates. So he said to Veldora. Veldora in response, Quahahaha. You should tell them with your own mouth. Didn't I say there's no lending and borrowing? If it's for such thing, you will manage to do it somehow. Soon, the darkness will disperse. Answered so, he was smiling broadly. The prismatic darkness cleared up. The place that was a death desert area, a wasteland that spread as far as the eye can see. That place is now transformed to a land where greenery spread out all over. Next to Veldora who grimaced uneasily is Dagruel who did his last speech. Hear me. I assign Degura as my successor. Ryura, Debra. Help Degura, exerts your effort for the prosperity of the giant race. And, the warriors of the giant race. You all shall obey Degura as your king. You all need to ascertain of what is correct with your own judgment together with the new king, the fate of the giant race hanging in your judgment. Running away is not allowed. At the dawn when I returned, if the giant race has perished you guys understand. Yes. Of course, father. I'll risk my own life to fulfill my duty as the king. We too will help elder brother, we'll promise that we will live up to father's expectations. Of course. The three brothers who watching the fight between Veldora and Dagruel to the end were awake at the same time as the darkness disappears. And, as soon of their awakening, giving no time to digest the content of the declaration, they stated the oath. And so, we all present here, in accordance with the new king, shall devote ourselves for the country. Seeing it with his own eyes, Dagruel nods satisfactorily. It's regrettable that I'm unable to see the end of this great war, but it seems my time is no more. If it's you guys, I'll believe that you all can choose the right way, unlike mine. I entrust it to you all in my absence. Well then, goodbye. Dagruel was sucked into the ground and disappeared with that as his last words. He falls into a long sleep in this land, in order to regenerate his own body. Thus, the invasion of Dagruel's army failed. The angels were sacrificed without one remaining. The allied forces of Rimuru and Ruminas had succeeded in defending this place. The defense of this territory succeeded, but the city was gone without any trace. As Dagruel feared, the city that's inorganic substance was spotlessly destroyed. Of course, that thing is the reason why a certain person was enraged. Well, Veldora. What does this mean? Do you have an explanation for me? Veldora instantly. This is impossible. My perfect plan to lose my infamy. Saving Ruminas from a crisis, moreover, changing Ruminas' territory into land with good harvests. It should be a perfect plan. And yet, there's an apparent questionable mood. There is a reason that deeper than the ocean for this. I want to explain it, but I'm busy. We will talk about it later. Saying so, Veldora soared to the sky. And at the speed exceeding the speed when he fought Dagruel, he left behind the surface. Damn it, he runs away again. I won't forgive him, that idiot lizard. Rumina's angry words didn't reach Veldora.
So guys, this was all for today's video. Hope you liked the video. Thanks for watching.